All right, breaking news in today's Smart Start. For the first time ever, the United Auto Workers Union, they're all on strike, some of them at least, at some of these smaller factories against 3 big U.S. automakers, and all at the same time.
The union contracts for Ford, GM, Stellantis all expired just before midnight. That triggered the first round of walkouts at 3 plants. A GM site in Missouri, a Stellantis home in Ohio, and a Ford plant in Michigan. UAW is seeking a 40% raise in pay. The automakers offering about half that. Also on the wish list for the workers, 32-hour work weeks, the return of pensions, and phasing out concessions made back in 2008 when the car makers were on the verge of a collapse.
What their initial offer is to pay our hourly workers about $300,000 each and to work 4 days. That would basically put our company out of business.
The money is there, the cause is righteous, the world is watching, and the UAW is ready to stand up. This is our defining moment.
Ford, Stellantis, GM all put out statements overnight expressing disappointment with the strike officially beginning, and they're vowing to continue working towards what they see as a fair agreement. The president of UAW does not expect talks to resume today, and the head of the local union chapter in Rochester says while they're not on strike at the GM plant here yet, if the time comes, they're ready to go.
More details now about the disappearance and suspicious death of 25-year-old Lily Rodriguez. A 33-year-old man has now been charged with concealing her body and tampering with evidence.
RPD says 33-year-old Kwame Warren met Rodriguez July 25th on Monroe Avenue. They say the two went back to his house where at some point Rodriguez died. Police say Warren then drove to Durkin Alley to hide the body. The victim was found the next morning. Warren was issued appearance tickets for concealment of a corpse and tampering with evidence. Rodriguez's official cause of death remains under investigation.
New details on an arrest made after a fight outside of a Rochester City school last month. It all happened at school number 33, August 28th. RPD heard reports of a fight, including weapons, and when they arrived, they say they had found a man with a loaded ghost gun. And officers also learned a second man had that gun at some point, so both were arrested. 18-year-old Deshaun Campbell and 19-year-old Carmen Cooper now face multiple gun charges, including having a weapon on school grounds.
Sunrise traffic, we've been good all morning. Let's cross our fingers, hope it stays that way. No heavy congestion building yet as we're looking at on the west side. 590 southbound, usually where we see most of it every single morning, and no new accidents to report. We'll bring you another update at about 7:25.
A settlement has been reached in a major sexual abuse claim plaguing the Rochester City School District. This case involves former East High chorus teacher Edwin Fleming. The district has agreed to pay a former student $1.3 million, covered mostly by insurance. It all comes after a 5-year-long legal battle, and it began with a number of women suing the district, claiming that Fleming had sexually abused them when they are in high school, and added that the district did not do enough to stop it. The settlement from yesterday only applies to one woman who remains anonymous is by her wishes, and in an exclusive interview with News 8, she does tell us that this settlement provides a lot of relief for her.
Physically, mentally, and emotionally, yes. And I know my lawyer worked for the best outcome for me.
The SD did not comment on the matter, but did confirm the settlement. News 8's Adam Chodak did also call Fleming's home in South Carolina, left him a message, but we've not yet heard back.
Some other developing headlines. A federal grand jury has indicted Hunter Biden on charges related to his buying of a gun in 2018 while as a drug user. The 4-page indictment from a court in Delaware charges the president's son with 3 felony counts stemming from his possession of a revolver. In a statement, Hunter Biden's lawyer accused the special counsel of bending to political pressure.
A source tells CBS News Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is expected to meet with President Biden in the White House next week. The leader of the war-torn nation is expected to visit the U.S. during the United Nations General Assembly.
All right, finally for us, heading into the weekend, week 2 of the NFL season. Let's go inside the huddle. The Bills trying to bounce back from Monday's loss to the Jets. Josh Allen was terrible, one of the worst games since his rookie season.
Really disappointing, but despite that poor performance, the team does not see it as a pressing issue. Offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey says he's got full trust in 17, and so does Stephon Diggs. Diggs referring to Allen as Superman and says that he'd rather have somebody who cares so much rather than not caring at all. While some of those superhero tendencies could come back to haunt him, Monday's game is an example. Diggs does say that he can live with those mistakes because that is what really makes Josh Allen.
All of us, like, as a player, you feel like you can't always, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's the double-edged sword. But that little 2-3%, like, I can live without it, you know what I'm saying? As long as the guy's trying at it, you know what I'm saying, I can live without it. It's just he's physically able to do things that not a lot of quarterbacks can, like him fighting for more yards. I guarantee that if Josh is fighting for a couple more yards, he'll get those few more yards, you know what I'm saying? Majority of quarterbacks can't stiff arm or DB or run into a linebacker or shake off a DN. So for me, I just feel like the things that make you good, they make you good, you know what I'm saying? If they hurt us a little bit, oh well, I'm rocking with you regardless.
And the Bills looking to get even at 1-1 on the season Sunday for their home opener in Orchard Park against the Raiders. We're trying to help you get ready here. Buffalo's Kickoff Live begins Sunday morning at 11:30. Kickoff at 1, all here on News 8, home of the Buffalo Bills.
Safe travels, have fun. If you're headed out there Sunday, might have a little bit more rain in the forecast later Sunday.
Some rain.
Yeah, today.
Maybe not during game time.
At the very least, just in case.
Later
just in case. Yeah, we'll keep it all on the play here. We've got sunshine today, though. No rain in the forecast. I'm not sure how many more times I can put sunny on this graphic, but that's what we got going on today. Temperatures back into the upper 60s by this afternoon. Pretty comfortable there. Your 8-day forecast. Also, looking a little bit better than it did earlier this week. I think we got some showers late on Sunday, but it's going to be mostly overcast, I think, by about 1 p.m. out in Orchard Park. We'll watch for rain maybe on the drive home, and then some more rain for your start to the week on next Monday. Its temperatures begin to climb up into the 70s all the way through. So we get that give and take. It was 60s this week, 90s the week before, 70s next week. It's a grab bag.
At least as this sun is coming out, it's going to warm up a little bit.
We'll take the sun.
We'll take it.
Yes, we will. And we'll take you watching us here at Sunrise. Thank you for doing that this week. CBS Mornings coming your way next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.